Hey folks, the Desert Artist here. I am here at my mine. Somebody wanted a video of, well, what do I do at my mine? Well, I'm here to show you, and let me close. I just got here and been out was walking around because I had some four-wheelers go by, and I had to get my shovel, my pickaxe, my rock hammer, my backpack. I got to get all up the hill. So I'm doing this here to kind of show you what it looks like at my mine, okay? So I'm going to show you what I'm doing and where I'm going and what I do when I'm here. So, well, first thing I do when I'm here, because generally sometimes I don't park in the same spot all the time, right? So the first thing I do is I look around to make sure that I didn't miss anything when I got out of the truck and looked down, because after a while you just like get out of the truck and go. But when you're first here and you're scoping around, sometimes you just never know what you're going to run into. So I like to come out. Here's a. Let me see what this. See, now here's a rock that I found. All right, I just picked this up off the ground, right? So it looks like a flat rock, right? But it's vein material, right? So it's thin, it's in a vein, it's down at the bottom of a hill, which means it's been tumbled down from the bottom of the hill and it hasn't broken into smaller pieces. But if you look into a fresh break, right? Let's go. Because I don't think that's a fresh break, but I can see the color in it because I know what I'm looking for. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this right down here, right? And we're going to do a fresh break. Now, can you see the color in there? I don't know if I even got the sunlight and the camera angle. I don't know, but if you can look in there, you can see, if I can get it out of the shadow here, you can see the color in there, right? Can you see the greens? How about the reds? How about the layering? Right? What do you see? Right? I'm a rock licker. Right? What do they call us rock hounds, rock lickers for? Because we don't know where we're looking. Duh. So here we are, right? Look at the color in there, right? After I licked it, and nice and wet, moist. And you see the green? Green slash blue slash teal slash white and red. All in there together. Now, that together, that's £1.50 maybe. Okay? Now, if I wanted to sell it dirt cheap, right, I could probably get $10 a pound out of it, right? But this is gem grade material. It's red, white, blue, green, agate. Holy crap! So here we are. This will be the first thing to get thrown in the truck. So now as we progress uphill to our digging area, this is all area that I have dug before. Okay, you can see my digging in here. Okay, I dig along these cracks right in here up until where it gets gnarly, right? So in the meantime, while I'm digging in all these cracks, I'm looking for material that other people miss, because I noticed there's a lot of material out here that's just on top of the ground, and if you know what you're looking for, then it's going to be available to you, because if nobody else before you knew what they were looking for, the odds are, if they're not as smart as you were, they're not going to be looking for what you're looking for, because you're out here and you've got an intellectual dynamic that is far beyond than those before us. So here we are right here. This is where I am digging, right? So I kind of wanted to show you a little dynamic here. Now, okay. Here we are. Now, we are in this vein of agate right here, okay? Let me see if I can, okay, can you see it now? Let me get my hat over here. So we have this big vein of agate right here that is in between. Maybe my hat does help it. I don't know. Let's get the... Okay. Okay, so here we are. We are, you can see the vein right there, right? Now this is the basalt that I dig out. Now this is a degrading olivine, and it comes apart pretty easy. Okay, sometimes the agate material is broken up into little stones already, okay? So you can see the green and the blue and the agate. Right, so as we're pulling this up, oh, there's another one that fell down, right? So you can see the green right here. You can see the green. And then over in here you can see another line of green. And here that yeah, look, there's more over here. If you put the light behind it, you can kind of like see some light through there. You know that there's, we don't know what's in there, right? So we don't know what's in here. So, but we know that within the same vein comes this material. So we put it to the side and we continue digging, because that's time enough for counting when the digging's done, right? Look at that. Look at that yummy piece right there. You see that? That's right. Even small, I don't care. They're small, they're already cut into stones. I just grind them off, right? That's all we got to do is grind them off into little stones. So we just pull this stuff out, right? Look at that yumminess right there, right? So let's break it in half. Let's see what we got, right? There's a little bit of green in there. I'm gonna lick my rock. I don't see a whole lot of yumminess in there. You know, it looks kind of just maybe in this thinner stuff right here, maybe I might have a stone, but when it gets into this thicker stuff, let's break it again, because there's no loss in breaking broken material, right? That we're not going to use. Let's just break it all into. Ow! Oh, yeah! Look at that! Yeah! See, that's the reason why I'm gonna lick my rock. Oh, look at that! Are you kidding me? Oh, man! That is phenomenal. I'm glad I continued breaking it. That's gonna go in my pocket. So, now we know that came from right here, right? This little blob, you see this little blobby right here? That's where it came from. So we know that that next stone that's right there is going to be the same stuff, right? So we know that all the vein material that we get out of here is all going to be the same stuff. So we just keep, this is the reason why you go through tailing piles, right? Because you see what I'm doing? I'm digging through this material here, right? I'm digging through all this material and pushing it to the side, right? Because I'm after the stuff that falls out that I can see, right? sometimes little ones like this, they get right by the wayside, right? So I don't grab those ones, but these other ones, they all get pushed to the side and buried. So that's the reason why you go through tailing piles, because you never know what you're going to end up with in the tailing pile. They may have pushed to the side with a bulldozer, not with a monkey hand, right? So here we go. I'm going to do kind of a time-lapse video. Okay? I'm going to do kind of a time-lapse video of me digging in the ground here. Okay? So you see me digging here in the ground, right? Now I may adjust my camera here, right? So this is me digging. I'm sorry that it's the sun and this and that, the other thing, but I'm held to a certain dynamic. So this is basically the raw mountain that's right here, right? Oh, you can see this is nothing but raw mountain. Never been touched before. I have walked this area and there may be some specific pieces of agate that I have missed. But I'm following this vein right here, okay? So that's my focus. I can get easily distracted and off onto a rabbit trail and totally forget where I'm going. But my dedication for the day is here. And if I run it out, then I have more time in the day to continue on up the hill in this vein to see if it widens out again, because sometimes they get a little snaky and they don't end up being fruitful, right? So it comes up real thin, narrow, blue, yummy rock, but you can't do anything with it. It's like a 1/16 of an inch thin. Oh, come on, man. Right? So here we are. I'm letting you know what it's like. I got my backpack right here. I got some pieces that I threw up over in here somewhere. I'm eventually going to have to move them out of the way because I threw them up where I was digging like an idiot. I should be putting them directly right into the bag. Time, motion, management. So, I know they're veins. I don't care. They're going in the bag. I can work on it later. Today, at the time, when you're at the mine and you're digging, you put stuff in the bag. That's all you're concerned about. You're only concerned about putting stuff in the bag if it's vein material. If it's questionable vein material like this, sometimes you get them where they're bent like this. They can be agate, but then they can also be basalt, or the degrading olivine that was bent right up at that time, just before it froze, right? So sometimes we have to break them open and make sure that they're not agate. So what we're doing now is we're cleaning off our area where we're looking to dig, because we got a basic dynamic of where the angle of the fangle on the dangle is going, right? So here we are. We've got a good base structure of basalt that we can break right into and pry right out of our way. So we are going to work this dynamic. I'm going to go ahead up here and I am going to rake the material downhill and go through it while I'm going downhill. I'm going to put the camera up there pointing down to me so we can kind of see my dynamic, because I'm really on a hill.
Right there.